Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Ninja King, and I welcome you back to my channel. Also, thank you everyone for getting me to 90 subs. I really appreciate that. Let's not waste any more time and get on with the intro and the what if. This is going to be what if Naofumi was isekaid for the second.
For the very last time.
Okay, so first thing first, I would like to apologize for last part mistake. I accidentally mentioned that Sidney had dark skin while she doesn't in the anime. I had a weird day tomorrow and wrote that in the script. After that, I checked to put a picture in the video so that people can know how she looked. Anyways, Sidney is from the light novel and she may be introduced in season 3 or 4, who knows. Depends on how long the anime goes. But she's currently in the night novel and she's a demi-human just like Raptalia, but not the raccoon kind. She's a killer whale, demi-human. Anyways, let's not waste any more time and get on with the what if. Naofumi was seen walking around in a grass-like field. His silver metallic armor, which was more like a symbiote, was clinging to his skin as it was looking for danger. As out of nowhere, some sort of porcupine-looking monsters would come out, as Naofumi would then say, "Raptalia, Sedina, got it!" Both of them would then say before one of them comes out, swinging a sword down to the porcupine-looking monster, while the other one spears it with a trident. Naofumi has made a current team. This is his party members, Sedina and Raptalia. Both of them he sees as partners and nerds in this new world, mostly because his old teammates he doesn't know if he can meet them. He learned from Raptalia and Sedina that both of them were from a village. Sedina was visiting Raptalia's village when she saw what the said it was on, so she decided to stay. But during the waves, she tried to protect Raptalia. In the end, her parents died. She managed to protect it. Together with Raptalia, she was trying to rebuild her buildings. But when the slave traders came and took her and Raptalia, they basically took them both. Sedina was more of a prideful aspect, but she didn't want to go, even returning to the slave merchant. Same happened with Raptalia, but it was more for her constant screaming. Naofumi learned that when he first took her in, and learned that she had nightmares. He comforted her, realizing that he also kind of had nightmares as well. Naofumi went about killing multiple monsters and innocent people as well sometimes. Not innocent to say the least, but bad people. Those things left him with nightmare. Rory and Rudy, or Roxy, I don't know, I'm still confused on what name I should give the male, always comforted him on the time of need. But to him it did not matter truly. Naofumi was looking up into the sky as he wondered when was the waves going to start. Naofumi wondered as he looked into the seal as Selena came to him. "If you want to know when the waves will start, why don't we go to the church? They have the hourglass there." Naofumi would then say, "Yeah, clever choice, let's go there." Naofumi would now go to the church. Remember that a few days ago he fought some sort of mog-headed dog beast. Two-headed dog beast. Naofumi remembers how ridiculous that would be, but he went with them anyways. As he goes into the church, the people there would hire and regret him, because Naofumi in this town never did anything wrong, at least in their eyes, except for the Pope, who still sees him as a demon. Naofumi then goes to the hourglass as he looks at the time. "Looks like we have time to level up." "Yep," both of them would then say. "Oi, Naofumi!" Naofumi would then seize the spear hero. Screw you. "What is it? What do you want?" Naofumi would say to him. "Oh, nothing much. Just wondering, when did you get these two party members? I thought you work alone." Naofumi would look at them. "No, I don't. Plus, move away." Naofumi would then say, before he meets with Rin. "Hi, Rin." "Oh, hi there, Naofumi." The sword hero would then say, before walking past, before someone then comes. It will be the bow hero. With him, behind him would be a man wearing a cloak, with a mask on. Naofumi would realize who this is. "So," he would then whisper to him, "you got him to join?" The spear hero would nod his head. This time, he is looking more ragged and vulcanating. Over the times he has been the spear hero, he has been getting less and less respect by the name. While some villagers treat him with kindness and affection, others just want to experiment with him. So getting this new party member was everything. The other two heroes look away at him with disgust a little bit. Well, the spear hero only. The sword hero is okay with everything, but if he just admitted it like man, he wouldn't care much. Plus, even though the charges were there, it was still lesser than Naofumi since no one wanted to help him in the original timeline. Naofumi would sigh, realizing that things are still not easy. Before, he hears a familiar voice in his
It looks like the spear hero is no longer seeming to be capable of handling distance. I suggest us joining party for the next wave. What do you think, boss?
I guess you're right, Friday. As Naofumi would look at the spear hero, wondering, I'll probably see him in its time. Anyways, Reptalia, Sedina, let's go. They would then go to the Villas of Loot, or Loot Villas to be more precise. God, that name sucks. They should probably fix that in the future. But anyways, let's continue. Naofumi and Reptalia would arrive there as they go to the mining, once again getting his classic airstrike sealed, and they would then go to a cave where there's nearby monsters. Due to his curse being lifted, he technically doesn't need a sword. He still keeps them around for company. So Naofumi helps them around, with Reptalia's swordsmanship now being a more of a refined level, thanks to him learning some how to do it from Ruby. Anyways, Naofumi was walking around before he hears a growl of some kind. Fumi turns his head, where Reptalia's eyes and Sedina's would be widened to see a two-headed dog-like creatures. No, not creature, more like monsters. Its teeth would be sharper than anything Naofumi could see. A chill down his spines would be going through everywhere he can see it. Naofumi was kind of terrified at this. At the same time, a grin would come up his face. Naofumi would think that finally he found someone or something that can at least give him a challenge. The dog-like creature would start to bark at Naofumi and Reptalia and Sedina at the same time. As its heads would immediately rise, Naofumi would then form a seal blocking it. Fidence's airstrike seal blocking it, with Reptalia now scared. Naofumi would then say, Reptalia, you okay? Reptalia would nod her head in the sideways, saying that no. Sedina would pull out a spear. Don't worry, I got this. Sedina would strike at the lion beast, or should I say wolf beast, but Naofumi taking more of a defensive position, protecting them. He was still a shielder, even though he can fight at best. Sedina was holding the beast back, but once it bit her elbow, Reptalia realized that it wasn't her time to be scared. She immediately moved, striking one of the head. The dog would immediately scratch out in pain. Scare. Oh God, what happened to my voice? As Naofumi then goes, pulling out his sword, cutting the head off, before he cuts the other head off as well, killing the beast. After that, he will take the dog and put him in his bag, taking it as well. Naofumi then sees new seal unlocked. Neat. Naofumi would then say, as he walks with Reptalia and Sedina. Naofumi wonders what his other two friends are doing. Meanwhile, in a different place at a different tavern, a pink-haired warrior, or should I say, man, was looking at the counter, looking at the food. He sticks. Well, it looks like that these are not going to be easy to buy. What do you think, Rude?
Yeah, I think you're right. Even with all the missions we have done, it looks like that Gabriel isn't helping us with this situation, is he?
Well, I guess so. Let's go and do some more missions before we can properly find Naofumi.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
As Naofumi was walking around, with him being spent a lot more time away from the village now, he made lose basically his home base. He knew the probabilities of his home base being attacked, so he didn't want that to happen. Naofumi was looking to his menu, or the one Gabriel did it. Hey system, is that by chance can I unlock any new powers or something? You said something about second awakenings, so I wonder if there comes any perk. Have. Fine. Friday, help me out.
Yes, Master. I believe that there is a way to. After all, second awakening people may be rare, but there are people that have unlocked more abilities than the common ones that already have in this world, or the previous world. But all, even though they're nice to have, you may be able to unlock some other abilities. Normally you're a support class. Maybe you can get another class, or new elements to be used. After all, we're not so sure what the second awakenings can probably do. After all, I'm in charge with you.
Well, that is good to know. But do you have any idea on what my powers are?
No.
You are useless.
Oh, come on, Bob.
Naofumi would then sigh, thinking to himself that it's gonna get a lot more hectic of a situation with this one. As he gets himself up, he wonders what can he do now. He looks around the room, seeing that the people in there was still Sedina and now Reptalia. He told them about his system, which they believed him, mostly because, well, what else can he do other than believe that he was insane and just talking to himself, which was, well, they didn't want to think of that part. So Naofumi went to them. Anyways, what do you guys want to do? Well, girls, what do you girls want to do? They both looked at Naofumi with a kind of a puzzled look. We don't know. I guess we'll just train for a bit till the waves come. Naofumi would then realize that, yeah, they do need to train and catch up with the levels. He's the only one leveling up fast because of his world experience. These two are still new to this. So he takes them to a field where they can level up. They start killing more monsters as they start to level up more and more, this time meeting at a comfortable level. where the cannon can only was and to start of the wave, but just 2 times extra. So Naofumi and all of them were just more powerful in this timeline due to the fact that Naofumi is a proper supporter for his team. Naofumi then won't be waiting for the next few days. They were getting magical items and other stuff that they need so that they can survive the next upcoming waves. Naofumi takes what he was needed, a magical charm gifted to him by Ruby. Flashback. So, what does this do?
Well, you see, it's going to protect you, Naofumi. I made this for you. It's a seal, magical seal that will protect you or save you from any harm.
Oh, thanks, Ruby. Naofumi would laugh, but Rudy coming in saying that it was his. Ruby then gave him one as well, but this one was more of a strength enhancement, which he liked anyways. It was more of the brawler / straightforward attacker type, so he didn't mind getting a present that increased his attacking power or anything like that. Naofumi laughed at seeing his group. Naofumi realized that he should make items for his party as well. After all, he doesn't know if he can ever meet his friends again. Well, at least he doesn't know that they're there. Meanwhile, somewhere else, 2 people were hunting down monsters with ease, but the villagers kind of shocked at how easily they did it. This was Rudy and Ruby, but they didn't know that they were also from a different world. They were not second awakening like how Naofumi was, because unlike Naofumi, they weren't isekaid for the second time. They were isekaid again in the same room, but in a different world. There was magical users in their world, even though they didn't care much about it. These creatures are a lot more weaker than the underdogs monsters on their roof.
Yes, if I do say myself, they are quite weaker, but we shouldn't underestimate them. After all, this world has more people. Plus, for the waves coming soon, we should definitely meet up with Naofumi before anything bad happens to him.
God, knowing that voice kills my throat. God, it kind of sucks. Anyways, let's continue. Sorry about that. Kind of wanted to let you guys know that doing Ruby's voice isn't easy. Unlike Rudy, which is more of a masculine tone that I can easily replicate, Ruby's voice is more of a feminine tone, and I cannot properly do that. My throat. Anyways, let's continue. Naofumi was looking around to the field of grass as he started leveling up, watching his clock as it was ticking down to when the waves would start. Naofumi wondered what else could happen in this situation, as he was in the city. So Naofumi was looking into the city out where can he be. He was buying some things from Reinhardt, aka the shopkeeper. So that would be at least 5 silvers. Alright. Master, you don't have to pay that much, Raptalia would then say. Yeah, we can handle ourselves, Serena would then say. No, you still need armories. Just because I can defend you doesn't mean that I will be there all the times. Plus, the waves are more manic than anything. Naofumi would then say, anyways, give it to me. Alright, he would immediately give them some more powerful items and take it. Naofumi in this timeline having more money due to him doing a lot more quest. And Naofumi would then give equipment to both Raptalia and Sedina. Sedina would be looking into her outfit and new armory, realizing that she kind of looks good in it. Raptalia as well. Raptalia, with her more magic, she got gemstones that can amplify her magics as well. With them both smiling, looking at each other's armory. Now Puma realized that Vape is just going to start in 5 hours, so he waits a bit. In those 5 hours, he decides to eat, get some rest, and take some time leveling up. All the heroes start to prepare as well, as it would be time. Tick, 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 boom. As all of them would then teleport to where the wave is. Now for me would then say that there's Ritsuki with a man in the mask, as the boat would charge into Ha's villas. Loot villas. Sorry, why did I say Ha's? I've been watching a lot of Black Clover recently. Now for me would then say, well, there you go there. Anyways, Raptalia, Serena, follow me. The boat would then follow Naofumi to where the boss is. This timeline, let's move our perspective to the bow hero for a bit. The bow hero would arrive at the villas, immediately started shooting. As he looks at the man behind him, Krazar, take care of the rest. The man known as Krazar would then laugh. It's the first time I get to fight. As he would stretch his arm out, claws would then come out of it. As he would immediately start to cut down the monsters there. This would be another demi-human. As he would start to use his bow and arrow, Krazar was like the right-hand man to Ritsuki in this timeline, due to his party members basically deciding to leave him after the Oma incident. All of them went into either different hero parties, either to Rin or to the spear hero. But the bow hero doesn't care. he'll get his own loyal allies, no matter what they are. Immediately, he would start to pull out the bow and start shooting them. All of them, one by one, all the monsters would be starting to fall like flies. He would immediately then see that one of the monsters were going to hurt a family of people. He'll crazy out, takes them down. I like your style. He would then hear before a warhammer would then crash down, with the lightning emanating from it. Who may you be? Well, name's Rudy. Nice to meet you. The man would then say, who are you? Crazy. Well, nice to meet you too, Crazy.
Are you two done already? Listen up, we have a monster to take care of, okay? Floppa!
As then, Ruby would shoot some fireballs at a bunch of other monsters. Yeah, got it, Rudy. Just don't mind her. She's my partner in crime. As he would immediately pull out his warhammer, slamming down to more monsters. But, which he realized that they're good people. He wanted to recruit them as well, as he started to shoot his bow and arrow. Meanwhile, Naofumi would then go immediately pulling out his spear, sword. Immediately started to help the other heroes with the Chimera. The Chimera was strong and powerful, as he would try to shoot his fire and his tail as well. The other heroes would be backing it up, but Naofumi realizing what the situation is. None of you are doing proper formation. What do you mean? Both of them would then say, screw it. Naofumi would then say, enhance. As they both feel rejuvenated, so do their party members as they start to strike it down. Naofumi just hopes that this bow hero can actually take down the monsters in loot pillars, and hopes that he gets help. He doesn't know that his two other friends are already helping the bow hero take down more and more monsters. Hike this! Thunder hammer! As then Rudy would take down more monsters, as he would see rain a fireball. Nice job, Ruby.
Well, I can say the same thing to you. Look out! Flood at us!
As a small wave of fire would hit another skeleton-looking monster. Aha! Now that's what I like it. It looks like you both are great. Thanks for helping me and my master. Immediately his claws of Jassian or Jessan would immediately rise up. So what's your true name? Call me Jack. Alright, Jack. Let's see who can get the most kill. As the boat would be striking down the monsters more and more. As Naofumi and the others would basically be trying to handle the other two wave monsters. Naofumi is seeing that they're getting stronger and bigger by the second. You guys, what is this shit? Naofumi would wondering why this monster is more stronger than he has faced it. Sure, maybe low level, but everything he has is more than enough. Motoyasu would get kicked by the side, and so would Rin, both being sent flying a bit. Naofumi would realize something, that this monster is specifically targeting heroes. So it is smarter than I thought it would be. Naofumi would then say, regenerate! As the boat would immediately rise up. What can we do? This sword hero would then say, well, you should leave it up to me. Girls, the spear would then say, charge me up, as they would immediately start to charge up, with even Mai using some of her spells to hit the monsters. Naofumi would look at her, wondering if she's just helping them or she's just benefacting them in the long run. Naofumi doesn't care. At this moment, he needs to survive. Sedina, you know what to do. Sedina would have a grin on her face. Alright, master. She drops the spear as she starts to transform. Her body becomes more of an orca, turning into her orca form. Go! Naofumi would yell out, as Sedina then goes biting into the back of the monster. The tail of the snake would arrive before Motoyasu would then cut it off with his using his spear. Immediately, everyone would start to fight it as well. More and more. The sword hero would immediately pull out his sword, stabbing into one of the eye of the creature. The eye would then just go by the side, missing the head. Damn it! Alright, that's more than enough. Naofumi would then say, airstrike, forming it into where the missing eye is. Before it says, enhance, airstrike, reverse. So, immediately the airstrike seal would immediately go sideways, cutting straight to the monster's head. But Naofumi and the rest getting the XP needed, with the waves stopping. Meanwhile, at Loot Billers, the others were trying to handle the waves as the waves would stop, but the Billers being saved. But having a lot more burned houses because of not Naofumi being there. In the end, a hail of fire was erupted at them. But luckily it was stopped by the help of Ruby and Rudy, cancelling them out, with them complaining to the knights about it. In the end, something did happen. So, do you guys want to join my party? Moti asked. The spear hero would then say. Rudy and Ruby would both look at them. Rudy would answer for Ruby. No, we're looking for a friend of ours. Ah, I see. Well, you can join mine for temporary stake. They both would look at it before they both think about it for a bit. Before they both look at Jas. He would whisper something. I see. We should be going now. Immediately he would leave with Jas. That lion he's not a human. You do know that, right? I know that. This video wouldn't say, but he's my trusted ally, so I didn't care. Immediately he would start to leave. Realizing that this situation would not go anywhere more, he would look at Ruby. So, where do you think Naofumi went to? Do you have any answer for that?
Well, listen up here, angry ass of muscles. First of all, I'm gonna grill and contradict you right about now. First of all, listen to me. You almost got yourself hurt, so if it wasn't for Jazz and me, you would have been dead. So don't go hammering things. And for the Naofumi part, I don't know. Actually, now that I think about that adventure, we should have asked him sooner.
Rudy would not know what to say at this situation because he was right. She was right. Yeah, you're right. We should have asked him. Sorry, he can't look like a girl. If you do admit, she would nod her head in the sideways, sticking to him no. Fine, silent ass. Let's go. We may ask him for the peer towns. The boat would then go. As the boat walked away from Loot Billis, 5 minutes later, Naofumi would arrive. If only they knew that their path could have crossed a lot more earlier. They could have met with Naofumi. Oh, who knows? They'll meet in the future, sooner than later. Meanwhile, someone was seeing this. It would be Gabriel. As he sighs to himself and flams his head. Again? You guys had a perfect opportunity to meet with Naofumi. But again? Well, whatever. Lucifer would look at Gabriel. What? Did you have anything else to do here other than just sitting around and watching your world? Lucifer would look at Gabriel before saying, not really. I mostly just stay here. Us overseers don't do major things. Whatever. Gabriel would sigh, wondering what the next adventures of these guys will be. Whatever's the case, he'll try and protect Naofumi and the other 2 people from his world. After all, he promised him that he will send him back to his world. If it wasn't for Lucifer, he would have already done that, so. But since it was his fault, he wonders what can happen next. He knows that now Lucifer owes him a favor, and he wonders what is going to happen next as he starts sitting around. He just hopes that what he fears is not mal. After all, he got an answer from an overseer or a Michael from a different universe, and one of the primordials have been released. He hopes that the others aren't as well, because if that's the case, that's an overseer war happening. Anyways, I'm gonna end it up here. Hope you guys like this part, like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next part. And hey, help me reach the 100 subs a lot more earlier if 10 more people subscribes, or actually help me get to 1,000 subs. Then I can finally get monetized and properly put more editing and effort into making my videos. Not begging you, just saying that it would be great. How many more of you people would want to see my quality of my videos getting upgrades? Anyways, hope you guys like this video and what if, and leave your comments and suggestions about the next what if you guys want to see. Anyways, for now, peace out.